I forgot what it felt like to have like nice weather. My socket cracked?
Your socket?
My socket cracked?
My socket cracked. Free time?
Give me a beer while I'm down here.
Yeah, well, if you had beer at your house like you're supposed to, we wouldn't have this issue.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the next episode of Backwards Garage. As promised, we have a video on the 350Z today, so I'm going to show you the parts that we're going to be installing here. We have a rack relocation kit, a diff brace with a jack point, which is super nice, outer tie rods, and then upper control arms with the on-car camber adjustment, which is super nice. Some beefy lower control arms, one piece, and then rack adapters. So these screw right onto the rack, and then these sleeves right here go right to the outer. So it's essentially a bolt-on kit other than the rack relocation. That is actually a weld-on part. So what we have to do is take the subframe out of the car, essentially, take that off, cut the front, we'll call it the face of it, and then put that one in, get it all mocked up, and actually weld that in. It pushes the steering rack forward a few inches, and you don't have to run the offset rack spacers, so you're minimizing the potential blowout of racks constantly. So super excited. Let's get right to this video. Nuts. Good job. Alrighty guys, so we got this whole side torn apart. The control arms are kind of underneath the car and whatnot. This arm, this lower arm, it's a two-piece. You had one here, connects to the sway bar, the strut and all that, and then this one just connects to the knuckle here. This one is being such a pain. It will not come out. It just sees that bushing to bolt there. So I got to come up with a solution, try to figure out how to get that out. Nobody panic. I got slack in both these lines too. If you're going to be doing it on the ground, this is the best way. Just kind of leave everything connected and just let this sit right here. You'll be fine. And then underneath, I had to pull off all the dust shields and whatnot. And then I pulled off this brace as well. It's a heavy bugger. My guess is why that bushing might be seized is it's this bolt right here. There's just so much pressure on that because it was so tight. So I think that's why it's just been there for so long and whatnot. So we got to figure that out. And then the other piece that we're going to be taking off is right here, this subframe. So your motor mounts and everything connect up here on both sides. The rack and everything connects to this as well. So we got to take all this stuff off. We're going to support the motor here on the oil pan. Let that kind of hang with the jack or jack stands and a block of wood. Get this out, and then this is what we're going to be using as well for the steering rack relocation kit. So let me get that other side off. I'm going to get this out, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Alrighty guys, so this side is completely torn apart now. As you can see, I got all the control arms off. This one came off a lot smoother than the other one. We're still working on that other one over here. Cameron, part-timer, finally showed up.
Huh?
No, he had work yesterday, so I thought I was gonna make it easier and kind of work on some stuff.
Look at all that
black
hey, stuff
that's good though, because I didn't see that last time.
I know, it's tearing apart the boot.
That's good. We don't even need it anymore, so it doesn't even matter. So we got to get this one off. As like I said, both sides are all torn apart. The next piece is going to be that subframe, so we're going to get going on that now.
Quick little fun update as always. That thing is chewed apart. We're getting down to the metal, but that's just the sleeve. We're trying to figure out, you don't really want to cut it, but we may end up having to cut it here. Oh, I think the decision was made. I heard it. Yeah, either way, this thing slid out. His other side actually, believe it or not, when I came here, excuse me, his other side here, whole thing just came out no issues. It's a little rotted in there, but not bad. I mean, this car's got lower miles, is more taken care of than, well, most of them, to be honest. And it doesn't look so bad in here. I'm curious to see what the other side's gonna look like, because this has got some surface, and maybe that's just a little weird. But other than that, I mean, we're trying to get that thing off so that way we can start getting the new parts on. This side came off. He said he turned it here and hit it like one time, came right off. So, and that other side's been a whole 25-minute ordeal so far. Moving on.
Next step. So I want to take the inners off, obviously, because we're going to be pulling this rack off and we wouldn't have had any leverage if stuff wasn't still bolted. So pulled the inners off, pulled the outers off because we're not using them. Now we're going to pull the rack off of this cross member here, disconnect the steering shaft. Actually, no, we can leave that hooked up for now. Yeah, we'll leave that hooked up for now.
Yeah, we do have a spacer.
Just disconnect the cross member. The motor mounts, we got to pull those off as well. Looks like there's 2 bolts here, then 1 for the motor mount. Support the jack right here. And then just pull this out, and then we can kind of take a look at the faceplate for where we need to cut and all that jazz.
Oh, and by the way, we forgot to tell you guys, we got that off. Just kidding. That thing's gonna stay on there for now. We'll come back to that.
Alrighty guys, come check this out. We got both sides torn apart. Let's show them this side quick. As you can see, everything is out. There is nothing. The cross member's out. Oil pan's getting all held up by the jack there. We're gonna show you a few things. So, for starters, kind of mocked up this upper. This is gonna look like this is gonna be a sweet kick when it's all done. It's gonna look super nice underneath here. Another thing with this kit, these bolts are very specific. You actually pull out this joint, you can change these bolts. So I ordered some for a 350Z rack, and this thread does not go into that rack. So I got the wrong bolt. It does not screw in right here. So I'm gonna have to contact FDF Raceshop on that. Also need to look at some videos, make sure, like, see which one is left side, right side for these uppers. These lowers are pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy on them. We have the diff brace, like I said, we're still gonna install. Got to figure out what some of these are for, and these bolts, I'm not sure. I
need to know why they didn't send, you know, an instruction manual.
Yeah,
I don't use it for most stuff either, but when you got such a nice kit with such intricate parts and whatnot, you know, it's, for somebody new into drifting with such a nice kit, you'd think they'd send you a little info guide.
It doesn't make sense. The last thing is this. So this is the relocation kit. I want to show you guys this because I said we would. This whole plate essentially is going to get welded on where this stuff is right here. So picture this kind of where this is, and it's really nice because they have all the notches and everything for where you want to cut around, because you can't cut right here. This is structural. So they did a really good job when you have it all laid out here. It notches right around it. It's perfect. So that's a pretty exciting kit. This, all in all, so far, I mean, everything went pretty smooth, except we have this bushing still we need to get.
We have
to get off here.
We're gonna pretend we didn't see that.
Yeah.
And just leave it be for now.
Yeah, we're gonna get that off. That's not a big deal. We'll be able to do fire or something like that. Play with fire. It'd be fun. It'd be fun. But I think that is gonna be everything for this video. I thought we'd maybe get a little bit more on. We just tear down stuff like that, and then some of the wrong parts, it's gonna take a little longer. So we're gonna leave you guys at this episode just right here. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.